What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be racing in Zandvoort in the GR86. This should be a fun race. I've never raced on this track before. A lot of banking, some good straights, one really, really tight hairpin that every single time I've tried it, I've somehow messed up. So we're going to see what happens. Hello from the future. This is going to be our first qualifying lap as we come into the last turn with a heavy bank.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Hard on the brakes, kind of just modulating the throttle. Okay, so as we round out the first qualifying lap, we are going to put up a 1:21.8, which is good enough for fourth. We're going to try and get one more in. Entering the first big banking zone. I try to just lift and coast, try not to touch the brakes. I was playing around with going around the bend lower into the banking. Another big braking zone for this tricky hairpin. Around, modulating the throttle, back on. This corner is fun when you get it right. It's miserable when you get it wrong, though. And then again, we got another big banking coming up. Try and just not touch the brake, lift off. Come around, use as much as the curb as possible. And is it an improvement? It is a 1:21.5, which bumps us from 7th into 6th. Alright, so now we're on the formation lap. We're coming around the last turn.
Get ready, going
All
green.
packed up tight. Trying to stick close to the guy in front of me. Down the main straight, there I am in the Mountain Dew Baja Blast livery, as is tradition. Coming into the first turn.
Left side. Clear.
I get undercut by a guy that went tighter in on the apex of the banking.
Clear.
Coming into the first of the tight
Car
hairpin.
on your left. Clear.
Guy behind me absolutely terrified me. onto the grass just a little bit. And that rounds out the first lap. Now everything's going to change from here on out. We're going to be contested coming through the first turn. We're actually going to lose the spot. I'm going to try and go up the inside, but he blocks it pretty good. And now we're coming up to the hairpin. And this is where things get weird. And then as I watch the entire pack go by, just left in disbelief. So, besides that, the race was mainly just me tracking people down, and then we have this incident ahead, which we somehow just avoid. We did manage to catch up to a few more cars. Now we are very deep into the race, so we're not going to make very many more spots. The yellow car ahead goes wide. And this guy is just making a K-turn in the middle of the racetrack. That was cool to experience. So now we're on lap 12 with only 45-ish seconds left in the race. We finally caught up to a big group of people here. The car in front of us is the guy that spun us originally in the race. I unfortunately sent it a little bit too hard into that turn.
How did that happen?
He managed to go through on the inside. I'm left in disbelief. I think we all are, because that's an incredible pass. So now we're going to try and just follow him through everything. We're going to try and make the move here on the car in front of us, the white and red. A little bit of contact. We're going to try the inside as the guy in the white and red car decides to travel through the shadow realm. We're going to go deep on the brakes, try and get it done. We managed to pass him. So now it's just a battle of seeing how many cars we can get through in this last lap. I'm going to try and go up the inside.
Oversend it. No way that's going to stick.
A little bit of contact. And I believe he actually got kicked because apparently he was bumping into cars all over the place. Which I do kind of feel bad because part of it was my fault. But at the same time, I didn't get him all the way up to 17 incident points, so that's kind of going to round out the race here. We're going to just finish it off strong. There's no way I'm catching those guys. So that's the race. Finished P9. Not bad. Not the best.
Alright.
So we're back. It's a new day. We're coming back stronger. This time we're not going to qualify. It's just that one hairpin. I think if I don't qualify and end up in the back, I could try and avoid some of it. Or at least see how other people race it. So that way when I'm going through and I have people behind me, I can know what to expect. So today we're not going to qualify. As we're coming around the formation lap, starting P12, all tightly bunched up, there I am in the mountain to Baja Blast. Quite possibly one of the best sodas ever created. Wear the livery with the car. Just going into turn one. We try and be respectful, try and give a lot of room. Somebody's already spun off immediately. Sucks, but it happens. Coming into the first banking zone. Just hold our line. And there is a massive pileup. We got 5 cars that I saw. So that immediately put a little bit of a gap between me and everybody else. Now following this black and white TRD car, I don't know what he was doing, but the way he was braking was extremely hard to follow. So it just kept throwing me off. So I was starting to get stuck behind him for a little bit. Ooh, center a little deep. That was not very nice. It was not clean at all. A little bit off track. Just a little bit. Now as we go through this next turn, he somehow manages to go way right and clip the grass just a little bit. This guy's braking habits are very bizarre. And even when he was driving in a straight line, it was hard to really know where he was going to be. I almost rear-ended him going into turn one. Would have been terrible for both of us. Now I keep trying to hug the apex of that banked turn. And I'm not trying to like really hug it, but I'm just trying to get down low. And I keep finding that it just is not the way to go about it. As he swings it wide around the hairpin. And then I get a really good drive coming out of the last bank turn. I'm going to take the inside, run along him. And because of the fact that he couldn't drive in a straight line, I was staying completely away from him. I wanted no parts of it, nothing to do with it, and I'm just going to simply outbrake him here. Take the inside. Carry about with my day. So there we go, we're up another position now. And so here we're going to see why I kind of gave up on trying to take the inside line. You get ahead of them halfway through the corner, and then because they have better grip up top, they're able to just pass you by. So I got passed by the orange and green 86. Now he follows it up, cutting it close with the hairpin. It actually makes up a spot. He's gonna hold his line. He's gonna go right through, and I'm like, I'll follow you through. And I get a penalty for putting the corner. So now I have to slow down. I have to yield to stop on the track, watch everybody I pass me, which is really bad for your race. But so is facing the wrong direction on the racetrack. As we passed the black and white car, I was braking super inconsistently.
There's an incident ahead. Slow car ahead.
And here we're gonna carry the speed going into the hairpin, catch up to the white and red cars ahead of us. A little bit off track into the sand, but I never hurt anybody. Trying to stay in the draft as much as I can going down the main straight.
Just finish the fastest lap of the
And now we're just gonna kinda send her in. Get him to look in the mirrors a bit. Gonna give her one last go, hugging the apex of that banked corner. And again, it has failed me. And this entire lap, I was just trying to really stay close. Trying to set it up for the last bank turn going down the main straight. Now, unfortunately, we're still not close enough to pass him on the main straight, but somehow get a harebrained idea to take a look up the inside, and I just send her. Keep the speed going around, somehow maintain a good level of grip to get it done, and I'm up another position. So now we fast forwarded. We're on lap 11 with little more than 15 seconds to go. We have a slow car up ahead. We're trying to catch the Trolino. The ghost of the Akani Pass somehow found his way at Zandvoort.
White flag. No blue. Still there. Still there. Hold your line.
So this is our last lap. We get it done on the straight.
You're on the right. Get back
Take
to
up the inside line just to make sure he doesn't send it down. Try and carry the speed in to catch the Trueno. This is it. This is the lap to do it. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And that really is the truth. This entire race, it was just trying to maintain my position, trying to overtake as much as I can. Windshield wipers have just randomly come on. And I really do not know why they came on. Maybe it was a mind tactic from the 8.6, trying to get in my head, so I turned my windshield wipers on. I don't know, but they remained on almost the entire race. So now we're gonna try and pull a switcheroo to take the outside, coming through this high-speed turn. I prefer having the outside through it because you're able to carry a little bit more. We get the move done. We're up another position. Finally turn my windshield wipers off. So from P12 to P4, not a bad race.
Good job. Very good job.
All right, so that's been Zandvoort. I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, this whole YouTube channel is gonna become a journey through iRacing. I might also play some Assetto Corsa on here. I do really love Competizione. Evo just was released a few months ago, so I'm excited for that to come out. But if we're doing like competitive online racing, it's gonna be iRacing. It's the best sim that I've found so far. Not only that, it's really fun. It's got really good tracks. A lot of the tracks are very well modeled after the real life thing. The driving mechanics are all super good, and the penalties and the safety, if you will, it really just makes for a clean racing environment. You get a lot of great races out of it where you're not getting dive bombed and people just spinning you. Try playing Gran Turismo 7, and it's just a really big issue that, I mean, it's an issue and it's not an issue. You have people who are new to it and are trying to race competitive, and they do have some good passes, and then they get like nervous or just caught up in it, try and dive bomb. There's no room. They don't leave you room, and it ruins a lot of people's races because instead of just being patient, they try and rush it. I know I did just dive bomb somebody in that last race, but it kind of worked out. I tried leaving him as much space as physically possible, and I thought I did a good job. I don't know. You might have your own opinions. If you do, that's awesome. If you do, that's great. Let me know. Call me a shitty driver in the comments. But anyway, yeah, so this is just going to be a journey through iRacing and other racing sims that I want to play. If you guys have a simulator that you think is really good that I should check out and you want to see me make a video on it, let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, don't subscribe. As long as you had a good time. Thanks for watching. Peace.